all on the rest. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. I bet you wanna be famous, They LA, they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, Just for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist. All on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Check ring 90. Hey, Brown 80.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Mayfield. On the the catch, it's Duke Johnson. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Gordon on 1st down. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Rivers now from the 50. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To throw is Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. Touchdown, LA! Keenan Allen, 56 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
58, right over there. Right. Run. 58, right there. Go. Let's go.
Here's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 30, 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 78 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Joseph now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 40. A toss play, Gordon. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slash and run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
180. You got nothing in there. You got nothing.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
There goes Duke Johnson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, 52 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Hey, Delta!
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Here we go. Let's bring it.
Wait, 89!
On 2nd and 9, Rivers looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's Gordon, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Hey, Rocket. Bravo.
On second and 12, Rivers eluding the pressure right. Throw to the right here to Gordon. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be third down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
White. 53 is the mark. Hey, high 7. Check. 53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine.
Rivers from the gun on third down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go around.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's T.J. Carey who picked it. And the return will stop right around the 25. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
61, matchbox lights.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. To try again after the sack. Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And now it's 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like a lead.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. And they start the second half with Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Hey!
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's King. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Play fake. Rivers going for the deep ball. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's now 23-14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
And it's third down.
Set, block 11! Number 53, Mike 53! He's out.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not. To return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Set, ready. Get the flag. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come get some. Here.
A first throw here for the backup, Taylor. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Check 53. I'm here all day.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. It's complete right side to Benjamin. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
57. Mike, 57. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, P. 50.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Sheldon Richardson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. On is the Chargers punter now. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Kill. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Point it right.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Justin Jones there on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
23 yards the pickup there. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short game. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Joseph is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Taylor steps away to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. From the gun, it's Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. In your face.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
looking up.